But get closer, fam. Get closer. Obviously, I'll be stopping it for whenever. I don't do cuts. So this is a one take. You get me?
Alright, man. Alright.
We sipping on the juice.
You can't be serious!
Alright, my guy. Omari.
Well, go on.
Welcome to Anime Ecstasy. Alright, guys. Today, we got a special guest. I say special, but he ain't all that special. What we want to talk about is manga versus anime. Now, in the world of anime, right? Anime tend to be adaptations of manga. Not necessarily always the case, right? I myself, I'm an anime only watcher. I do read manga occasionally, only ever if the anime, in the likes of, for example, The Promised Neverland. This is actually what's inspired this entire podcast.
It is.
It's the failure of Promised Neverland, showing us the anime adaptations. If not done right, unfortunately, we have to turn to the manga. Tell us about yourself, Omari.
I mean, with manga, I had like not a negative view of manga, but I was like, why am I reading something if I can watch it?
Exactly my point.
Know what I mean?
No, that's always been my point. Like, what's the point? Like, the thing is, if they're gonna make an adaptation of the manga, right, might as well just wait for it until they animate it. So I don't have to imagine in my own head. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to sit there thinking about how the scene would actually look if the characters were actually moving. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But I want to take a step back because I know you watch anime as well. How long you been watching anime? And I said, psh.
Let's. I mean, technically, it's from real young when they used to show Dragon Ball Z on like Toonami. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Naruto and Jetix.
It's the same story for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was unique to me. But I think the only difference is for me where I started. Because that's one other thing I wanted to sort of like put across is how expansive anime actually is when you really actually think about it. Because I started on the other side of the world. Whereas you were born here, weren't you? Yeah. So for you guys, you already had those types of channels like readily available. Whereas for me, you know what I mean, we're privileged. We were one of the privileged ones. You get me? So, but yeah, you can see it. The story starts with Dragon Ball Z for everyone. But yeah, so where did it go from there for you? Like, how did you get from being an anime only watcher to get into being a manga guy?
A common thing that happens is that you watch this one season of this great anime, and you're thinking, "Yo, this was great." This was great. Yeah. When season 2 coming?
And you're sitting there waiting,
and you're looking,
tapping your foot.
You're on Google. Season 2, and no season 2 comes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the anime. It was an anime called Beelzebub. I don't know.
Oh, is it the one with the little nose?
Yeah.
Bro, I think I've seen that still. Yeah. I've seen that.
I watched it. I'm thinking, yo, this was a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Shonen Jump anime. I was like, yeah, you got season 2 coming.
Yeah.
No season 2.
Bro, I can't even remember what the anime was about, you know. I was confused it with, A Devil's a Part-Time. I don't know if you were
I
confused it for that because I've actually seen Beelzebub as well, but I don't think I finished it. I only watched it because it's comedy for the most part, isn't it? Yeah. It was a good anime, but I can't really remember what the storyline is. I might have to revisit that.
But yeah, it got to the point where I was like, is that it?
Yeah.
I was like, so I started Googling it and I saw the manga's finished. But the anime...
Where the anime at though?
Yo, the anime is just stopped. So from that point, I was like, okay, let me read because I'm curious. You know, I don't want to...
Yeah. How old were you at this point?
I was in college, so 16, 17.
Oh, bro, I thought you've been reading it all your whole life.
No.
I know, man, when I was in high school, bro, coming up to me, yo, Andrew, you should see the manga for Naruto Shippuden. I'm sitting there like, bro, leave me alone. Because the thing is about manga readers now, I got nothing against you reading manga. Listen, it's the same stuff at the end of the day. What I got a problem is when you come to me, while I'm like 10 chapters behind you, right? You want to ruin the story for me.
Oh, you should see what happens here.
You should see, yo, where you at though with the anime? And I'm sitting there like, bro, read your manga, alright? Don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always been my problem.
Yeah, no, it's worse now because it's not like ongoing anime anymore. Like
they're always discontinuing them.
Things like Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, things like that.
Demon Slayer is actually continuing. Season 2 is
coming. I know it's coming, but look how long. Look how good that anime was.
Yeah.
At all the rankings.
Yeah.
And we had to wait 3 years for season 2.
And the movie as well. The movie, bro. So you ain't seen the movie.
You haven't seen the movie, and the movie is part of like the whole.
Yeah,
of the
it's a continuation. It's canon. Yeah, exactly.
It's just, it's just like, if you want to wait for that,
yeah,
fine. But I mean, I'm trying to find out. In fact, with some of that Demon Slayer, I've read the manga first before I even knew anime was coming out.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I started getting proper into it in terms of like,
yeah,
I would just look to read the manga, not knowing whether it had like a anime or not.
So after that, you started with Beelzebub. After that, did you just start reading every manga, or was it just like gradually?
Nah, it was. Even now, I wouldn't say I read every manga.
Yeah.
It's more of a case where I'll look at certain genres.
Yeah.
Like I look at certain genres and I'll be like, okay, this like it's got a bit of hype.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it might, if it has an anime, I might just watch the anime.
Yeah.
But like again, you run into the problem where where anime has been made.
Yeah.
Like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Where before Brotherhood came out.
Yeah. Because you do have 2 versions of it. You got the anime adaptation, which never really stuck to the manga. Yeah. That's another thing as well, because obviously you get the adaptation, but as you say, in the light of, for example, Promised Neverland, it's deviated to its own storyline.
It's like, you know when you used to ask your parents to buy like cereal.
Yeah. And they go by the dead version. They go by the Asda breast. Nah, I get that.
It looks the same.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
You taste it and it's not.
And you try and tell them, you try to explain, they just don't get it. They think it's the same thing. It's not. Okay, that's a good analogy. I like that. That's true right there. It's just not the same. Yeah, okay. But the thing is, I do have to say, because, like, for example, I watched the original anime version of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
I've never seen Brotherhood.
So
at the ending that I know, because they say that it's pretty much the same story, it's just the ending of it is slightly different in the anime versus actual manga. So the Brotherhood sticks to the manga, story. But I've never seen that, so I actually don't even know how Brotherhood ends.
So I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but it's the ending that's different, as well. There's certain changes that the first one made to the original story,
right,
before getting to the end.
Yeah.
So I mean, majority-wise, it is pretty much the same story. But yeah, I mean, it's not like a butcher job like Promise Neverland.
No. They ruined my baby, my child. I was like, what are you doing to my child? Like, nah, bro. Listen, I know in the video, like, I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed. That was it. Like, people don't really understand. Like, when you see a good story and the way season 1 played out, everything about it was perfect. It was an anime I could actually recommend to people who don't even watch anime and say, listen, if you don't like anime, this is the best one to get to start with.
Yeah.
It's sort of like Death Note. You know what I mean? Death Note was universally good for everyone. It had a decent storyline. You see the rivalry between Light and L, and you're just thinking, yo, listen, whether you like anime or not, you're gonna like that.
Yeah, that's always the first one we recommend.
Yeah, and I felt like Promised Neverland was kind of falling into that realm of anime that is universally good. So seeing it butchered, ruined, just killed it completely. Yeah, got to say, it kind of made me wonder, listen, is it really worth watching anime adaptations if this is what they do to them? Because it's quite common, and it's something I do hear from, say, people who watch manga always say the manga is a better version of it. Like, it was drawn better, or a certain scene didn't play out the way it played out in the anime, and actually the manga version did it better. But as I say, my thing has always been, when I look at manga, it's still images. Yeah. I got to imagine the action. So how can you tell me it played out better in the still image than the actual animation? Do you know what I'm saying?
One good example is Black Clover.
Okay. So, I've seen Black Clover, as I say, a couple of episodes, but I didn't like Asta. Sorry, that dude just don't do it for me.
See, the thing with Black Clover is that it's not even about the story, but because it's so ongoing, only for special episodes they can get like the top animators. Okay. So some of the episodes, it's like a 2-year-old drill. Like
in the actual anime?
Yeah, in the actual anime, like on Crunchyroll. Right. You can get some clips. Yeah. They're like literally, it's like he's moved his sword once, and you can see 5 hits appear.
Oh, raw.
Like,
nah, that sounds like Dragon Ball Super right there. You ever seen that Dragon Ball Super when it first started?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because they've proper fixed it up, you know, they've cleaned up the animation. But when it first started, from like episode 1, I think, up until the recreation of Resurrection of F, right? It just, the animation quality was dead. They started sort of fixing it when the Future Trunks came back, but the animation was so bad. I remember I was seeing a lot of reviews about it and people were criticizing. I was just happy to have my baby back. You know what I mean? My nostalgic, you know, the start of Dragon Ball. Like, for me, that was it. So when I finally got that back, I didn't have a lot of criticism, but I ain't gonna lie, I saw how bad it was. Now, they didn't even have a Dragon Ball Super manga, I'm pretty sure, at that time.
No, they do now. Yeah. But I think they was going at the same time.
Yeah, like yeah. Because I remember they said that, like, for example, in the Goku Black arc, they rewrote some of the things within the manga when the anime had already come out with it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Dragon Ball Super is probably the opposite case, because the manga, people don't really like the
Do they not?
No, they don't like what
I don't know too much about it. Yeah, that's another thing, bro. It's crazy because you hear about manga readers, but what's the audience for manga readers like? Like, is there a little community of people who just talk about manga purely? Because that's one thing. It's quite weird now I really think about it. It's like there's a little bit of a niche with manga readers where you get anime watchers, but not every anime watcher reads manga, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, everyone who reads manga would watch anime, but not all anime.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because that's one thing I've always wanted to know. Like, do you guys have little forums and things that... One thing I can't stand is watching a video of like manga reviews. It pisses me off. Because the thing is, you know, the YouTube algorithm, it just puts it all in one category in it. So it put anime and manga together. So sometimes I watch reviews of like anime, and then the same channel will do like the manga reviews as well. Yeah. So it can't sometimes it spoils things for me. But I thought you guys will have your own like little side of things with, you know, just you keep it there, you know, keep it yourself. You're gonna be spoiling it for us anime watchers. You get me?
There's definitely little forums and things like that, little Reddits, of course. But like, I mean, I'm not big in that. I just read.
You just watch it for yourself.
I read it and I'm content. I'm not waiting every 3 years hoping I might get a season 2.
Yeah. So is it really just about the timing aspect that you can't wait, you're impatient or something?
Not even. It's more of a case. There's things I would wait for. Like I would wait for something like an Attack on Titan.
Yo, but they were long with that, you know. Think about how long the season 2 took for them to make. Because I remember I watched Attack on Titan when I was in like college, when I was about 17. We didn't get season 2 till I was in uni, bro. About 3 years, bro. That's 3 years of my life. I can understand that. That's a bad example, but. In general, yeah, I can kind of see the frustration of having to wait for an anime. I've just never really sort of delved into kind of getting into a manga. The only times I ever really went to read a manga is when you with ongoing anime, when you're watching that week to week, and something significant happens, and maybe I see like a little preview at the end. I'm like, oh, right, might as well just go read that. But I've never taken the manga on from like start to end. But as I say, this time that might change. So I need you to shed some light on that for me, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it seems weird.
Yeah.
At first, but like when you read it, it's like, oh.
Do you get the same excitement? That's another thing. Like when I watch, like, for example, Mob Psycho, right? You know, I like the animation panels on that. Bellissimo. Like, beautiful, bro. Like, that's one underrated anime anyway. Yeah. But like, you see animation panels like that, and you're thinking, bro, I can't imagine getting that sensation reading it. If I saw All Might do Plus Ultra, bro, like, just think about that, bro.
No, there's still tension. Like, you turn the page and you see someone getting boxed with what you call it, with a meteorist.
Power.
Yeah, what's that? My hero move that Deku does. What's that? That smash. What's it called?
Oh, I know the Detroit. No, that's thingy. So All Might, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't started watching the new season, so like I'm still kind of fresh out with it since the last season. I forgot, man. Actually, yeah, I forgot the name of it, to be fair. But yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, I do know the one you're talking about. You
turn a panel and you see that. Yeah. There's definitely ways for it to get attention. But obviously, it's never going to grab you as with sound and visual.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's the immersive aspect of anime.
Yeah.
That's like, for me, it's like you just get the passion for one thing as well, the sub versions of anime. I feel like the Japanese people just have the passion in their voices. You get me? I think that's a topic for a different video, but sub versus dub, but just in general.
That will trigger some people. Some people get triggered.
No, 100. No, but for real though, like, I do feel as if, like, when you hear the screams, for example, Dragon Ball Z or Hunter x Hunter, you know, just certain scenes that make you go, right, I just can't imagine that in paper format, flat image, with the words power or smash. You get me? Because really, manga are comics. Either way, Japanese comics, right? Yeah. There's not really much difference other than, I think they're drawn from like left to right. The other ones are drawn from right to left.
Yeah, but everything in Japan is they just read reverse that way.
Okay. I wasn't even. That's something you've learned. But in terms of what am I thinking? I lost my train of thought there, mate.
Catch it.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch it. I'm running after it, bro. But yeah, I mean, in terms of right now, when you think about how the anime scene is, because you get a lot of anime coming out year after year, season after season. I mean, do you kind of filter out your manga the same way? Is it like coming out on a season basis?
No, it's not really season. I mean, normally I don't catch something straight away. I just like it's not like I'm waiting for like a manga to be released. Yeah, it's more like, oh, have you read this? No, and there's like 40 chapters already. And I'm like, oh, okay. I've never actually.
So did you know other people who would read manga as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you normally get into. Because that's the thing. I think other than you and like one other brother, I don't really know too many people who read manga.
Yeah, I mean, they're there.
They're there.
They're there in the shadows.
Yeah, trying to hide themselves. Nah, I hear that. Funny thing, I don't know if any of you guys have seen my video on Promised Neverland 2, the rant I did, but if you haven't seen it, go check that out. I'll link it in the description below. But the guy that I was referring to, who I told about Promised Neverland, was actually this guy, Omari. And his reaction was actually literally what I put in there. That was literally a reaction. Yeah. You know, hold up, wait a minute. So that ain't right. For real though. Like, so I mean, as I say, that sparked something in me now to think, you know what? Maybe I need to go give some this manga thing a chance. Because I say it's the same stuff. It's literally the same stuff. The only thing that I've kind of find it hard to get over is if they're gonna animate it, why am I watching it? I mean, why am I reading it? Might as well wait until I get to actually see it on the big screen.
It just depends who's animating it.
Yeah.
How long for? I mean, listen.
But you know when you watch an anime, then like you've read it, and then it gets animated. Do you still get the same thrill? Because you've already seen it. It's like you know the end to a book or you know the end to a movie, so you already know this. How does it feel when you have to rewatch an anime? Do you still get that sensation of like, "Wow, this is sick"?
You know, like when it's like a fight, like you could read, like, say take Naruto for example. Yeah. You could read the fight between like Naruto and Sasuke at the end. Mm-hmm. But when you watch it, and you kind of see the magnitude of how big the area is,
the scale,
yeah,
the
type of movie
okay,
things like that. Like even if you know something's coming, to see it in that way and how they animate it, and there was tension in the voice, like there's something like the heights of anime, can always be higher than manga.
To be fair,
But like a manga is straight from the writer. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not like
in its rawest form.
You know what I mean? This is what the writer wanted.
That's what I think. That is the one thing with anime is the exaggerations in certain things. Like you will see certain powers or feats and abilities, and you think, "Rah, that's mad."
Yeah, the writer.
I'm saying.
Manga artists didn't do that.
Yeah, they can't do that. Yeah, I mean they're limited obviously to one image at a time. So I do understand that. But I always feel like for me, if I'm watching something, I want to go into it fresh. As much as I don't think there's ever been a thing like a book or anything that I've ever read that's been adapted to like a movie or live action, whatever, a TV show, and I've never had that before. So if I've read a book, I've only just read the book in most cases. So if I've seen the movie, I've only just seen the movie. So I've never been compelled to be like, oh, if someone tells me, this show is terrible, go read the book. You know what I mean? I've never really gone and read the book because I just feel like I know what's gonna happen. Whereas in this instance, as I say, I am fueled by disappointment. I am fueled by my disappointment in this show. I got to read the manga because it can't be this bad.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I don't. If I've just found the manga, and there's an anime out, I would watch the anime. But I will if there's a new manga out and it's popping, then I'm gonna read it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not like I'm purposely trying to get knowledge about anime before I read it.
Yeah, I feel some man are like that still.
No,
I know some man actually like that.
I can wait.
It's like they want to know it before you do, so they can just bring it to you and be like, peasant. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like that's how some man are, bro. You hear it in their tone. I'm like, bro. I'm not on that part yet. They're like, and they're smiling.
Oh, you
like,
wait. What did you get?
Like they think they're superior or something. I'm like, oh, allow it, man. So I'm glad you're calm. You got your reasons for watching it. I want to get someone else. I know a guy. I already know a guy when I get on. He watches manga and he loves like knowing the story ahead of everyone else, man. So I mean, what would you say is like your favorite manga you've ever read that wasn't adapted to an anime?
So there's one called Siren.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's one, it was adapted but it didn't finish.
Right.
And it's called Ege.
I've seen Ege.
So
I've seen Ege.
But it never finished. And I remember I watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay. And I've read it and I'm like, why didn't this finish? But this was literally nearly.
Yeah.
And something like you would have seen this back in the day. You remember Rave Master?
Yeah, of course.
That didn't finish either. Yeah. I had to know how that finished, blood. Yeah. I had to.
Okay, fair enough. But would you say that's your like top manga you've ever read?
Top
Siren.
manga I've ever read.
Siren, definitely.
Siren's definitely up there, but I don't know if it's the top.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can give it the top.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I mean, there's been a lot of great reads. But I ain't got an all-time favorite. But Siren's the one.
Yeah.
Where I was like, okay, I gotta read more because how is this not animated? I will never know.
Yeah. I might need to start reading, and I'll start with that, mate. Yeah. So once I've read Promised Neverland, I'll step into the manga realms.
Again, I gotta say, I had a discussion with my friends the other day about the Promised Neverland. It's definitely better than the anime.
Oh, what?
It's definitely better.
Hell
than the
no!
anime.
Wait. The anime's wait. Let me get that straight. The manga's better than the anime.
The manga's better than the anime.
Okay, cool. Okay.
But is it as great as the first season? That's debatable.
Okay.
But obviously, I think.
Let me find that. I want to find that.
That's the ending though.
Because I haven't actually seen any spoilers for the manga. I've heard that there are arcs within the manga
that's skipped.
That are completely skipped.
Characters are gone,
or just half like asked in the main seasons. Well, remember I said there are things that they should have told you, they should have shown you, but they told you.
Yeah.
Like you told me about Norman's coming back and how he was at Lambda the lab boy was being experimented at.
Yeah.
Like that whole segment, they literally showed like 3 flashbacks on that, and apparently there's a whole arc around that, and something about time travel. We didn't get no mentioning of time travel.
Yeah, like, I won't say too much, but
yeah, I know you won't, but I'm just saying that when you mentioned those things to me, it made me go, what? Like, it blew my mind, bro.
I mean, arguably the best sort of arc, which is like this type of like survival thing that Emma gets caught up in, is it was skipped. One of like the most like best characters that you meet. You see, the thing is, in the anime, you go to where he is, or you don't actually see him.
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I've heard of this. I forgot his name. But I've seen the character art as well.
Yeah,
like, I seen it when I was doing my video and getting all the content for it. I seen a couple of pictures of him. I don't know his name, but I've seen him definitely. Everyone's been saying that he's one of the best characters.
Yeah, one of the best characters. Not even in it.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, okay. I mean, who
is it? The same villain? Peter Laratri. Is it the same villain in the manga?
I mean, I haven't finished the anime, but he is definitely one of the major ones.
Okay, one of the major ones. So there are villains within the story.
Yeah,
cool. Because he's like the only villain really in this season, and his relevance is like practically nothing. Like he's just literally the most generic villain you get.
I've heard that you don't really get his motive.
Yeah. Like when he killed. Spoiler alert. Right, but when he does what he does at the end, I don't feel anything. Like I'm just like, oh, right, okay, and then they show a bunch of like still shots.
Yeah,
and I'm just sitting there like, oh my god. I literally, bro, like I watched it just for the sake of finishing it because I also knew I was gonna do the review. I was excited to do a review, and then I thought, bun the review, I'm doing a rant. That's literally how it went down. I was like, I'm doing a rant, and then I'm getting really disappointed. You can hear it, my tone again, can't you? But so I mean, aside from Promised Neverland, what would you say is your worst anime adaptation of a manga?
Worst one of a manga.
One that you loved as a manga, and then it was depicted in anime format, and you thought, "Raw, what have they done?"
That's a tough one, you know. That's a tough one.
Think long and think. Just think.
You know what? Yeah, it has to be Black Clover. You know,
Black Clover.
The animation is so bad.
Is it just purely from an animation standpoint, or because the narrative as well is something you have to take into consideration? Because when I think about Promised Neverland, it looks good.
Yeah,
like the quality of anime is just as good as season 1 in terms of like the character animations and everything. It's not an action anime, of course, but in terms of that regard, I think it would look really good.
Yeah.
But the narrative, the story, is just oh jeez, bro, like they didn't care, and you know it's bad when the authors and the anime creators don't even credit themselves to it. Apparently, that's what happened in the last episodes.
Yeah.
Their names weren't on it, bruv. They literally said, yo, alright, here you go. don't put our names on it. We don't want to associate ourselves with that. That's how bad it is, man.
If it's not a strike in Japan, then I don't know what's happening. I don't know what there must be some type of strike.
Something. But yeah, well, what would you say? Black Clover, just because of the animation?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, obviously not everyone enjoys the story. People say it's just basically a Naruto reboot. But I mean, for how popular it is,
bro, I just don't get the hype for it. I just don't get the hype for it. The anime, I just don't get the hype for it. Like, I've tried. I really tried. It's like Fairy Tail. I could never get into Fairy Tail, fam. I watched like 30 episodes of Fairy Tail, and I just couldn't get. For me, it felt like a carbon copy of One Piece.
Fairy Tail.
I don't know if it's just purely the art style, but it literally looked like they were copying each character from like One Piece.
See, I've watched Fairy Tail, and I've read it as well, but I've mostly watched that.
Yeah.
But I know it was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I it's one of those things I would never watch it again. You know what I mean?
Rewatchability just
but I didn't hate watching it. It wasn't bad. I just would never watch it again. Where like I would watch a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Dragon Ball Z, bro, is just the rewatchability for Dragon Ball Z is different, fam. I've watched, I think, Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, I've watched it at least 4 times. I'm certain. Dragon Ball Z, I've watched it twice because it's a lot longer. GT, we don't talk about GT. Super, from the Goku Black arc, I would rewatch it. Definitely. I feel as if everything before...
You skip the hit?
No, the hit comes after the Goku Black. Yeah, I'm certain it comes after.
If it does, then cool.
Yeah. Hit was wavy. Just his character design, everything. I loved him. But yeah, like there are not many anime that I'll rewatch. Just because, I don't know, it's like a one-time watch sort of thing. Unless it's really good. Yeah, Fairy Tail is definitely not one of them. Definitely not one of them. I've always wanted to rewatch One Piece, man.
That can never happen,
bro. It's too long. You just couldn't. Like, once you're in it. And I love One Piece, bro. I don't know. Did you see the recent episode?
I mean,
the whole thing of
I read that
Tale.
one, so I can't.
Ah, shut up. You see, this is what I was talking about manga. Oh, you see, because I read it.
No, I'm
asking if you watched it. Oh, I read it, and I don't need to know whether you read it. I'm asking if you watched it. You know what I mean? But yeah, bruv. So listen, as I say, I'm gonna start reading manga now. Don't know if I'll be reading it as much as I watch anime, but as I say, I wanted to get your views on ultimately. Like, it's not really which is better, as I say. It's the same thing, really, isn't it? Yeah, just different formats. So I wouldn't ask you which one do you like. Actually, let's ask it. Which one do you prefer? If you could only stick to one, there was still a manga version of it, right? But you only watch the anime adaptation, as opposed to reading it. If you had to choose, which would you choose, manga or anime?
See, I would love to watch it. I ain't got the time. It's 20 minutes. But I would.
Bro, it's 15 minutes, man. You get a 5-minute opening, a 3-minute ending, and a 2-minute interval. You get like 2 7-minute segments each half, man.
One Piece, they recap.
Oh, bro. I forgot about the recaps. Oh, bro. You know, have you seen Ray Zero?
Yeah,
Ray Zero's. Listen, I love Ray Zero for just the amount of quantity of you getting an episode, bro. They literally show the episode from start to end, and even like the ending segments are like part of the anime story. Yeah. So they'll be showing the credit scenes, while they're actually still telling the story. Yeah, I love that. I'm like, why can't all anime do that? Because I'm literally excited to watch this show, and to watch 2 minutes of an opening, 2 minutes of an ending. And then 2 minutes of an interval, and I get 7 minutes worth of each half. Like, that's 40 minutes, bro.
Yeah, the thing about that show, they have too much thing to tell you. There's so much things.
Ray Zero.
Yeah,
Ray Zero kind of.
There's so much.
It is too much still. I like it, and I wanted to stick to it, but it's just like after like season 2, I just kind of gave up. Like, not that I didn't enjoy it, I just thought to myself, I was like, yeah, it's hefty.
I left it with more questions. When the season finished, I left with more questions.
I like the concept of it.
Yeah.
I like the concept of it. If people haven't seen, if you guys haven't seen Ray Zero, go check it out. It's a decent anime. Breaks the whole notion of the whole like shonen thing of a hero just continues being overpowered season after season. This is a very normal guy.
Yeah.
Trying to. He's way over in his head. Like, he's got nothing going for him. He's
been dropped down.
Literally, bro. Literally, but he's got nothing, fam. But yeah, that's a pretty decent anime. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it, man. I don't know if there's anything else that is there anything else that you want to say?
No, I mean, I've said a lot.
This is a little bit of a change, as I say, from the usual anime and people sort of podcasts I've done. I mean, I've only done 2, but really they've been mainly focusing on sort of like the identity and the type of people you can expect watching anime. But this side of this is all different. This is manga, and I'm hopefully I can do another one like this.
I'm gonna give you some recommendations, and then
yeah, definitely. Well, once I start, then maybe I might even do some manga reviews. One thing I would love to do actually is to read the manga of certain anime that I've already watched, and maybe certain things I want to pick out certain things that were different or done differently within the manga. compared to the anime. Then I'll talk about the differences.
You better do on a show on them because.
yeah, of course, bruv. Yeah, I've got plenty of. I've seen, as I say, I've seen variety out here of anime. So anyway, guys, it's been your boy Andrew with Anime Ecstasy and my guy. Go on. Say your own name, bro. My boy Omari. Do you want me to drop your Instagram in the?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine being named.
You're fine. Alright. Then they know you're Omari. Well, they can't see your face, but yeah. But anyway, guys, subscribe to the channel if you like the podcast. There will be more of this stuff coming out on the channel. I will be doing another video, just going over sort of like my top 10 anime. That should be coming out probably within the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm actually going to do a review of Promised Neverland. Let me read the manga, but my disappointment is immeasurable. My day is absolutely ruined. So obviously, I'll have to wait and see, but I'll let you guys know as to whether I'm going to do a full review of that. I just don't want to invest my time in something that's just it's not going to bring me any joy other than, you know what I mean, just talking about it. You get me? But yeah, subscribe if you like the video, share it, comment, like the video. But anyway, till next time, guys, peace.